Oh ya rona, oh ya rona, oh ya rona, bapilse tata ku. Liring makwala acheche le murawu.
My name is Thabo Shivalo from Alexandra. I'm the chairperson of the branch in Alexandra of NUCCWSA. NUCCWSA is the National Union of Care Workers of South Africa, which was established when we had some difficulties with our employment, government. We were employed under Department of Health, whereby we were treated as volunteers from start. Like it's been happening from a long time ago, from maybe 1990s, from somewhere there. So we've been like now we're having older people who are still working as volunteers. We've been signing contract with Department of Health. Maybe actually it was a fixed. There were fixed contracts. Mostly we signed 12 months contract, which didn't have money before. It had a very low wage. Maybe some of the care workers used to earn about 500, 300. Some they come from NGOs. Like me, myself, I was employed at NGO from 2012. I worked there from the NGO called SAMAC. That NGO used to pay us 1,000 rands per month. Since the Department of Health, National Department of Health, took us from those NGOs. They did a program named Robot, whereby they mixed the care workers, home-based carers, peer educators, lay counselors, and those people. Like now, as we speak, they took us from, they removed us from Department of Health. We signed with Smart Pass. Before we signed with Smart Pass, we stopped working. We had a strike of signing with Smart Pass because of the contract that we had. It was not a nice contract. It was a contract which was like taking us down, like the way it was.
And what happened in the strike? Did they try to stop it?
We stopped from March. It was one May. End of March 2016. Till last year, 2016 November.
Yes.
Yeah, we came to like agreement that let's sign the contract so that we must fight while we are working, because when we are not working, like we haven't signed the contract, we never get that powers to negotiate with the employer, which is the National Department of Health.
Now, the government, the ANC, it's the government of South Africa. Who are they representing? Because there's so much wealth in South Africa. They're billionaires, the mines. I mean, where's the money going?
I think now, as I can see, as I see where the money is going now, it's going to the richest. The people who are close, who are like family, friends of the organization, is where I see the money is going. Like for example, according to my experience, I've noticed like people, children who their parents who are working on the like maybe parliaments, MECs, municipalities, who are earning that large amount. Their kids, they're driving nice cars. They go to the nightclubs and swipe maybe 100,000, which I can't earn even it can take 5 months. that those people who can swipe that money in a club. And again, this thing of the state capture is still like, it's also, I think it's included, this thing of state capture.
And do you have democracy in your union?
Yes, our union is democratical because it takes all the people. It can be white, it can be black, Indian, coloreds. It's constitutional actually. Yes.
And the issue of racism, xenophobia. The last time I was here, there were protests against the attack on immigrants. Is this an issue for the unions? Are you concerned about this?
Yes, we also, our union also tackles problems like that because, as we say, it doesn't discriminate. We can go abroad, like we can mix with other nations and like do the same thing and fight. Like our union is focusing on workers all around. Yes.
Okay. You want to say anything to American workers?
I think they must keep on fighting. These people, the top ones, I think we must, yes, never stop. We must keep fighting, yeah, and put more pressure on them.
Thank you.
Things will work out one day.
My name is Martha Hlongwane. I did start to work at 2003 for home-based care. We are not getting paid. We went to Stradler and go door to door to get people who are sick, to get people who don't have documents, don't have IDs, and the offense as well. And then we did help there. And then they pay us with a grocery, maybe for a weekend. They give us as meal, rice, chicken, beetroot, and then you work. And then after that month end again, they give you that grocery. And then 2004, we start to join AIDS unit. And then they start to pay us 250 a month and the grocery. And then we go up now, 2005, we're starting to wake up. And then we join other union. They take us, and then we striked. We're paying like 10 rands. Ne? Then when we strike, they say we're not qualified to get the union. And then that union drop us. And then from there, we strike, and then they give us 500. From 500, we go and then strike again. For 9 months, we stay 9 months or 1 year without getting any cent. And then when we strike, they threaten us about they're going to fire us. And then Friends for Life just help us when the department take us to Friends for Life. And then Friends for Life, they were paying us with their donations money. It was now getting 1,000. They pay us with the donation money, and those they were top. It was what man in the office, ne? Yes, DOH and DOH in Hillbrow, and then they.
You take care of your clients,
Yes,
your patients.
We did.
And what happens if you're not there to your clients and patients?
If we are not there, there's no one who can go and change them or wash them or clean them or give them food. There's some patients, those they cannot eat themselves. We did that.
So if you're not there, they die. People die.
Yes, they die. Because when we go on strike, you cannot go there. They die a lot. And then even our colleagues, sometimes they die with the stress and depression.
Because the conditions of home care workers is very terrible. You're trying to take care of people, and your own conditions are.
You cannot take your own. You cannot take yourself, and then your children as well. Sometimes you go there, you're going to visit the patient. The others that are drunk, and then they beat you. There's some of our colleagues, they step with a knife and die. They were going to visit them.
So it's a serious health and safety.
Raped. And then no one can say, you must have to go into your site and work. If you complain, they say, if you don't want a job, you must leave. And then we go there and then we work. Now we be the counselors at the clinic. We base in the clinic. Now we're under DOH. We get 1,000 every month. And then we strike again. We get 1.5.
Well, you have to fight to get it.
Yes, if you don't strike, you will never get anything. The increase, you must get it by force. If you don't get increased by force, you cannot get anything. And then we went to town now to Jack Bloom. When you must get that 1,500, we help with Jack Bloom, help us. We strike we were staying about 6 months, no pay. Even that 1.5, you don't get it. We go to Jack Bloom and Mary something, and then they teach us what the money goes to. They invest our money, maybe for 1 year or 6 months. And then after they get their profit, they pay us our money. And then they pay us maybe 6 months or for 7 months. And then therefore you must go again on strike. We're always striking all the time. And then we get in this we have now, in our 2.5 now. We get to smart space to monitor our pay. They don't want to face us, the department. They give us, always they push us to the other person. They don't want to face us. Now they say they've got no money, they can't hire us. And then we're always, and then I got 17 years working in this department. And now I'm going to retire without any cent. No UIF, no profit and found, nothing. Our colleagues dies, nothing. They get only 2 pay for the children. They can kick them out in the house. What they're gonna eat? They must go and steal.
So this is
why the crime is high.
Yeah, I mean, this is the same with healthcare workers, home care workers in California.
Yes.
They don't have pensions. They don't have the benefits. They just have wages, and they can't survive. And they work all their lives as home care workers. So
And you will never survive, because if you still, like these people that are young than us, they still got children to take them to school. How are you going to manage with this 2.5? You cannot do anything. You cannot do for living. You just hand to mouth.
My name is Maria Ntakaile. I'm a community health worker of Alexander Community Health Center. There I'm under volunteering. I started working at the NGO in the year of 2011. I was volunteering at the NGO. That NGO was named Batuchen Care Center. There I volunteered. End of the month, I didn't get paid for about 3 months, unpaid, just working, volunteering. Then the 4th month, then they started giving me a pay of amount 500 rands every month. So I worked there, and the other year, they did an increase after the mommy said they went on strike, because they were our counselors. They were always going for the strikes. Then that's why they improved their payments. So after 1.2, now they increased by 300 rands to 1.5. After 1.5, they increased to 2.2 at the NGO at Batuche. Then one of the years, they said now, Department of the Health now, they want to close all the NGOs. Now all the NGOs in Alexander, they want to move to the different clinics in Alexander. It's there now, we moved from the NGO to the clinic. At the clinic there, I arrived there at 2015, at the clinic. So at the clinic there, we worked. Then now, one of the year, last year, now when we signed the contract, now the contract came under written smart pass. We were surprised there and being confused. Does the smart pass come from? Now we were saying, we won't even sign the contract because we don't know these people, where these people come from. We didn't sign the contract, and we just stay at home for 6 months. So we were 2 parts. Some of our colleagues, they worked. They signed the contract, then they worked. Then other people, they said, we won't even work, we won't even sign the contract. We stayed at home for 6 months, unpaid. So we were just fine because we are fighting for our rights. So after that, now they sent the message that we must come and sign the contract, and we'll just fight being inside working. And the union here, and the NUCCWSA union also support us that we must just go back to work, then we'll fight inside. Now with the union, I know that now everything will be fine. We can now communicate with the Department of the Health. Now everything went well with the union now. Because the union now is fighting for the care workers, specifically for the care workers, no other workers, only care workers. I know and I trust that everything will go well with health department, if the Department of Health, because now they won't even take us down. Now they will now be scared. Yes, thanks.